my friends, welcome to our new tutorial about the fashion tools we will need for our drawing lessons. First of all, we will need some pencils to start the sketches. This is 2B Faber-Castell. It's soft, the tip is very soft. Alright. You can use 3B, that is more softer, and when you draw it's a little bit more, darker, or 5B, more soft tip, a lot more darker. We begin with the sketching in lighter tones and then doing the shadows with more B. So this is the 5B, this is the 2B, and this is the 3B. If you press very much your tip, you can use also B. The B is very light. Okay. I have a special pencil that I use, that I always have it somewhere drawn around. And yes, probably it's over here. Alright. I use this pencil all the time because I'm drawing with it everywhere. This is Faber-Castell's mechanical pencil. It has this kind of points inside. You can sharpen them. It's very easy to draw artistically, and it has a long tip that doesn't need so much sharpening. You can use this kind of sharpener. And I have this Tupperware that they work together very well. It gets very sharpened edges and it lasts. This is very good for freehand drawing, better than pencils in my way of thinking. And you can also sharpen it with an end. It sharpens. These are a very good brand, Faber-Castell. I think you can use this one. Okay, Faber-Castell mechanical. Also, we will need another mechanical pencil. This is from Pentel. It's 0.3. It has a very sharp small point, and it's very good for eyes, noses. Can do all these little details that we need for fashion design. And with another pencil, example this one, you get more thicker, not defined strokes. So better use the Pentel. What's next? Next is a very good eraser. This is from Tombow. It's the Mono 01. You will notice that I have small tags on my design tools because I do classes, and sometimes mistakenly we take one from another student, and that's why I need my tools. I have to mark them down. I know that they're mine. So this is very small mono 0 tip of this eraser that can erase small details that we will need for fashion design. Fashion design is more or less an A4 size design. So we will need smaller tips, smaller erasers in order to have a good result. Okay, sorry for my English, long time to speak in English. This is another one, eraser from Maped, that it has an anatomical, I like this eraser. And we have this one as well from Faber-Castell that it used to be more wavy and with a good tip, but I destroyed that too. And we have another one that there are some erasers that are dust free. So you erase and you get no many small dust bits. This was not the one. Okay, forget about that. Also, we have another good sharpener for our pencils. This is from Faber-Castell. It's a very good one. You can place inside and sharpen. I've tried many brands. This is my favorite one. It's cheap as well. So, what do we do after? We have the tortillon. This is a paper. It's like a pencil from paper that we can blend the shadows. For example, when we hold the pencil and we make a shadow. All right. You can also do it depending on the pressure, but you can also spread it with a tortillon. See? Spreading. There are many different. It doesn't absorb, it doesn't get any oil as you do this with your hands. You get an oily surface. With tortillon, you have a very dry blending option, and you can also sharpen it. My sharpener is this one. I used to have also other sharpeners, but this is the best one for me. You cannot find it easily in the market. So you take this sharpener and you sharpen it. The camera is very close. See? Sharpening. It's very easy to sharpen. If you have a very good blade, you can sharpen it very easily. So you can make blends, like if I had the face here, for example, I could put some shades with a 5B pencil, and then, or 3B better, and blend it afterwards with my tortillon. Okay. Afterwards, we will need some pens. This is from Sakura, it's a Japanese. I really recommend this brand for the pens. It's a very, very small one. It's 003. Oops. It's 003, and it's very sharp, and it has a very fine tip to make beautiful, beautiful eyes and eyelashes and lips and blah, blah, blah. It's a very thick one. Thin one. Then we have a bolder one. This is 0.1 from Copic. All right. 0.1. It's 3 times more thick, and you can use it for other details, for making the face. Okay. The outside line. There are other brands as well, from Stadler, from Unipin. 01 I use from the outer line, and 0.03 I use it for all the small details, also darts on garment and pockets and style. Okay, we begin with pencil, then we get everything with pen if we want a more stylized design, and then we will continue with the markers. For the markers, we will need some paper, like this one. This is from Fabriano. The brand is over here. It's Fabriano with a green apple, 160 grams per square meter. It has 250 sheets. It's A4, and the brand is over here, Fabriano Multi-Paper. This is a very good paper for markers. I don't use marker papers because they are thinner. I use this one. It's called Opaline or Bristol. You can use Bristol paper, and it doesn't absorb the marker. It stays on the surface because it's for digital printing, and you can have a very nice result with a paper that doesn't wrinkle. It stays put. So let's start with the numbers, what colors we use for the skin. If you want a light skin, you can use the Copic E41 number. This is for lighter skin. It's a very basic color for the base of the skin. You can use afterwards for the shades Copic E21. for shades. And then for, let's see, for the shades, more shades, darker one, E13. These three work very well together. You can use 3 markers for skin color, starting this with the base and this for the shadows. Or you can choose E21 and E13 to have this for the base, E21 for darker skin color, and E13 for the shades. There's another marker I like, and it's from Copic, and I will put it over here. It's a different shade. It's more reddish, more pinky. E11. I really like this one as well. And let me introduce you to the Copic markers. It's a Japanese brand, very expensive, but very good for all the design, rendering techniques. These are called Chow. Chow is a thinner one, it's round. This is the stop end, so the marker stays put, but it also rolls and falls from the table. There is another more expensive type, it's Copic Sketch, and it stays. I like this one because it's a little bit thicker when you grab it, and also it stays on the table. But these are a little more expensive, so when I need a color not so much in quantity, just for making a touch, I need the yellow hair, I will choose to have a Chow for having a cheaper marker. But if I use a lot of color, I will use the Copic Sketch ones. You can also refill them. There is a refiller for Copics. This is the refiller. It costs 2 times the price of the marker, but it can refill it almost 10 times. So it opens like this. This is the refiller. And okay, let's see, the number is E21, so I will refill E21. Where is it? E21 is this one. This is the brush, and you fill in the brush like this. You can also take out the point. You can use your hand. I will use now my tool, and let's leave it over here. Place inside your refiller and fill it. Ooh. How much do you refill it? Until the marker gets heavy. You can really feel that there is something inside. When your marker has this noise, when you draw, it means it's finished. Like, no, it's not finished. But when you hear a very ugly noise, it's the marker's fault. It's empty. You can also change your brushes. You can buy this for 3 packs, in packs of 3. All right. And if you want to clean any mistakenly surfaces, you can use alcohol. Yeah. Watch out for your clothes. Another brand I use is from Copic. Another brand I use is Pro Markers. These are the Pro Markers. These are from UK, from England. It's from Winsor & Newton. They're more cheap. They have this ending point. This is the bullet point. It's quite different from the other one. This is 0228 rose bronze. And I also use, for the base of the skin, 0819. There are other numbers I use, but I couldn't find it in the shop, so now I'm with these 2 ones. The differences between Copics: they also have a stop end. They have 2 endings. The one is flat, and the other one is the bullet one, as I showed you before. The Copic has this brass tip that is more expensive. That's why the markers of Copic are more expensive. They are not refillable, these ones, and however, they have a good quality of ink, so you can blend them like this. Yes, they're good for blending as well. Another way to blend them is use the darker shade and immediately blend it with the lighter one. So these are the Pro markers. It's a good brand. However, when you want to combine with an outline, for example, like I have this Copic outliner, when you try to use your Pro marker, you get this mess. The ink is floating. So when you use Pro marker pens, use the Unipin brand for pen. Let's do an example. I make an outline, and now I run over with my Pro marker. You can see the difference. Here the ink, the black ink is linking, and here is not. It stays put. What other tools I use? Sometimes markers are very expensive, they're running out, so I use Faber-Castell Pastel Pencils. These are pastel pencils in shades of light skin color. For example, I have this one. Okay, you can blend them with your, let's do another. Yeah, it gets a little bit pastel surface, so you can blend them with your Totilion, this paper, or with your hand. And it's only 1-2 euros, so it doesn't end easily. So you can have this one. I have it in darker color as well. So you can make all your silhouette with the pastel pencils. You can also combine them with your markers, upon your markers. I don't do that very often, but in emergency cases. What other markers should I buy? Well, first of all, when you buy your markers, it's better to make your color paper with all the numbers you have. Maybe you can put the names also. Copic gives with the markers and a paper sheet with the colors, and you can fill them in, the ones you have, and buy more. However, you can also always know which numbers you have. This is a brand I have over here. It's a very cheap one, Chinese one, with Italian name on top. Okay. This is the brand, Permanello Vernice marker. It's only 0.80 cents, not even a euro, the cost. So all this is for 20 euro. And I got this from a Chinese shop. I'm very happy about them. And it's worth the money. Let's try the sand color for the skin. They have the same tip like the Pro markers. Do they blend between the one color and the other? Do they blend each other? Let's try. I used 107. Let's try to blend it with 95. I don't have another darker skin color. I couldn't find actually. So let's try to blend them as well. Very dark. Do they work? Yes, they do blend. And they cost so cheap. There are other brands like Touch 5, etc. I've tried them, but the blending is not very satisfying. So I like these ones. Also. Okay. After the markers, what other tools we use? Usually, I use a pink color pencil to make rouge effects on my fashion figure, on the face. I use Pilot G2. This is a pen. gel pen. It's very, very bright and classy red color for the lips. You can combine it with another pencil I use from Faber-Castell. This is a darker red that I use for making shades, because the lips are so small you cannot use easily the marker. So sometimes I use pencils for shadows. All right. What other colors do I use? I use small mistake I made here. Always buy a black marker, it's very useful. So what do I do with the lights on a garment? Sorry for the noise. For placing lights, I use Pit Pastel, Faber-Castell. It's called Pit Pastel, and it's a white pastel pencil that also blends. It's good to make like lightings, good for leather effect. And sometimes I use, it's always pastel, it's from another brand. This light is a little bit yellowish, it's not that hard as the white one. Pit Pastel pencils you can have in various colors, and when you have a red dress you can have a light pinkish white Pit Pastel for making your shadows. Also you make it with markers, but top finish, it's an extra thing to do. I also use the gel pens. This is from Pentel. This is hybrid gel from Pentel. It's Japanese, and you have to push it down a little bit. Ah, yes, this is hybrid from Pentel. It's good to make white lights, strasses, glitters and stuff. This is another one I use. This is Hybrid Milky. It's from Pentel as well. It's a little different. It's solid white. Similar. This is Hybrid Milky. It's more liquidish. Another brand I use, it's from Sakura, Jelly Roll. You can see two different numbers. 05 has a thinner tip, and 08 it's thicker. So this is from Sakura, Jelly Roll, Sakura, and this is 05. You can use this to make lights in your lips and in your eyes. And this is 0.8. It's a little bit thicker. Other colors we can buy, is the cool grays, the grays in general. You need some grays. This is the Cool Gray 2. The grays have this kind of CJ2, Cool Gray 2, or Warm Gray. Warm Gray, I have a very dark one. What's the difference from Cool Gray and Warm Gray? Warm Gray has a brownish color. They're complementary with the warm ones, with the oranges, with the reds, and the Cool Grays are complementary with greens and blues, the cooler tones. Another color I use in order to have yellow blonde hair is Y21 Buttercup Yellow from Copic, and with a base of E41 I use this one to make blonde hair. This is Y21 from Copic. It's a good number, not too yellowish, that's what I like. And if you need brunette, brown hair, E59, E35, there are many numbers of brownies from Copic. base, you can have E21 or E13, and then you blend the brown on your base. So this is the lights and this is the shadows. What other pens do I have here? I have from Sakura Pigma brass. You can see this tip, it's like brass, like a Japanese brass. Right, and sometimes I use it for hair. Does it blend? Not really, but I also have it in black. You can find it from Copic, from other brands, like this one, Multiliner Copic, brass, yes. It's almost similar. I don't use them very, very often. You can also make your design with a brass and not with a pen in order to have a more interesting outline. You can have a brush to create your outer line. I also use the Copic pen in 01 number, and this is good for, it's very soft brown, sometimes making eyebrows, small little hair. We will always need a black pencil, color pencil, black color pencil, in order to create eyelashes, anything. So black one is very important. And of course brown. This is not the brown I want, I lost that one. In order to create small hair for the hair, I use a brown color pencil for the hair. Alright, in order to achieve a more natural look. You don't want to finish with a marker, you want to finish your hair with a pencil. Alright. Then I use some glittering markers. This is from Snowman. Let's start with these ones. Extra fine point marker. It's the number F here, and it's very, very beautiful. A nice gold. Let's make the surface to apply them. It's the best gold I have found so far. You can shake them. Alright. It's very fine. You can try in another place, in another area. Press it so it starts spreading the ink. Alright. And take it from here. And use it. Right, it's a very bright gold. And let's try the silver one from Snowman. All right, a very fine silver point. Then for the glitters, I use from Uniball Sagno this Jelly Strassy silver. I have it also in gold. You can make small glittering effects, and then with your finger you can spread it around. If you can see the result, it's very nice for your dresses, blouses and stuff. Last but not least, we need the tracing paper for our design. This is Glama Classic. It's A4 size. It's a tracing paper that we use upon our designs in order to create more variable options. Okay, tracing paper. Try not to get a very soft one, because the pencil spreads and it gets very dirty. All right. You can also have some small